Vive l'empereur!
Hey, this is Chris Muller with the Thursday Night Gamers. Curtin Richley, Aaron Tobel, and Chuck Silverstein. And in this series of videos, we are playing Napoleon's Last Gamble from OSG Games. One of the interesting things about the Grand Campaign, there have been several of them in this series now. The last success had one, the Smolensk mini-campaign in Napoleon against Russia, the campaign in La Patrie en Danger. These multiple-day battles, which stretch the system to places where it hasn't really been designed to go. One of those things is the lulls that happen between days of battle, historically. When Kevin was visiting here last week, we talked a bit about how the game could help handle or provide the proper incentives for players to have those days between battles that they historically did. So in the example here, the 17th of June, following the battles of Ligny and Quatre Bras, there was very little fighting during that day, and the armies separated. The Prussians sort of moved north, the Allies moved north, the French kind of collected their wounded, reconsolidated, and then followed them on the 17th for the big battles on the 18th. Well, how can a game simulate that or create incentives to help make that happen, similar to what they faced historically? It's a really fascinating area for these games to be starting to explore. So last week, Kevin and our group and some others had some discussions about how the game might support players making those historical choices. Kevin came up with a couple of ideas. The first was something called roadblocks, which is a way to help either player to create a rear guard. It's very difficult to create rear guards in the game. This is a way to try to help that option, to give that option to players who are trying to separate from an enemy army. The other mechanism we discussed here was moving baggage trains away from their supply. A player who advances without having reorganized his troops will lose them. So as long as you're moving toward supply, you don't have to worry about it. But if you're moving away from your supply source without having spent time recovering your army, you'll lose the units that you would otherwise get back. It's a very elegant little resolution, I think, to what happened historically, where armies, after even a successful battle, had a hard time pursuing all-out pursuit because their formations were in disarray. So those two things are being put into practice tonight. We're going to experiment with them, try them out, and see what you guys think. So it is the special 6 a.m. turn. It's a special night turn.
So,
anyway, I'll talk all about that.
all right. The French 19th Division is surprised in its encampment.
Yes, the 19th Division is suddenly surrounded by cavalry and some infantry.
Right.
So 12 to 7.
Yep.
1.5 to 1.
So, oh, I don't want to look.
1.5 to 1.
Don't
Use the
wanna
British dice.
Use the British dice.
1.5 to 1. I got to look and see what I
Okay.
get.
I can't look. I
Don't
can't
look.
look. I want to look.
4.
4. That's the DR.
Just enough.
Just enough. Just enough. So, ouch, ouch, ouch.
Happy
So,
cavalry.
yeah.
So that means this guy, he is now a PU.
Why is it PU? Oh. Okay, so that was our only little fight in the pre-dawn.
Yeah.
It's still dark.
Right.
So now we're going to go to the 7 a.m.
Right,
turn.
exactly.
And it's going to go to the French first move, right?
So French mode cards. So
Now all the French mode cards.
The
are
late
out.
start is automatic.
All right, let's go through that because that's kind of fun.
So we have the late start.
There's a late start.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That just happens
Right.
every day in this
Right.
campaign for the French.
Okay. So that's that. Then let's see here. This takes the place of card number 1, which is formation scattered, which occurs to you guys. So
You scatter one of our
I
formations?
scatter one of your formations. So that's what we might have to look at what the
Okay, and then what's the
says.
third card?
And the other one is replacements.
Oh, it's perfect for you.
Yeah, perfect for me. Perfect for me. So.
The reason that we proxied in that other card is because we're missing one of the mode cards from Chuck's playtest kit. We're still using the playtest version of this game. That was not a formation scattered card. It was a road column. So Chuck ended up having to put Derlon's first corps into road column.
Well,
all right, it is 7 a.m. French turn.
Yes.
French turn. Well, let's see here.
We have a probe under Payol's First Cavalry Corps on some Second Cavalry.
What card did you play, Chuck?
Excuse me?
Which card did you play?
It's the 4/6.
Oh, this is your mode card.
My mode card is being used.
Put it in your hand. Why are you just
Oh,
prodding and poking?
I was simply trying to rearrange my troops.
Okay, well, look in here. This is so that's a 5 to 3, which is a
5 to 3 is 1.5 to 1.
1.5 to 1. Okay. Let's see if Payol can push you back.
A 6.
AR star, so I think that's just a retreat, right?
Because there's no accompanying
If it's
terrain.
a crest, I think a crest will.
Well, it's a slope actually.
Well,
no, then
no,
Chuck's,
it's not.
Kurt's
a
actually
slope.
1.5 times.
Okay, alrighty.
So it was still.
So it's still a
the,
1-to-1. So 1-to-1 is AR2. So.
Oh, wow.
All right. See if you get Payol. See if you get
Now's
Payol.
the time.
See if you get Payol.
I'm rolling right there.
No. So, well, he would have to go 1-2 then. I do believe. Okay, and that being the case, I think he will take the better part of valor and retreat before combat. So we have a very nice...
I don't think you can actually do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, because retreat before combat comes.
You have to decide first.
Okay,
and
gotcha.
we play fast and easy, but every cluster of combat.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay, so alrighty, so that's just a
Form
straight
square.
1-to-1. Straight 1-to-1. Nope, doesn't count. Oh, it would have been nice.
Oh my God,
Chuck!
Chuck!
Even nicer.
We're gonna.
we're
definitely getting Chuck a dice tower.
Okay, well that's a 4 and a 1-to-1, which is a shock.
Oh,
so 4 is into 3. So look at that.
Dice just for you, Chris.
I gotta find out.
There you go.
Where's the good
over
ones?
here,
Right. Those are the ones that have served me well.
All right, I will defensively roll my shot. Right
Roll
here.
your shock.
Yeah, see?
Tie.
You guys both flip.
Ooh, that's
Actually, it's
what I wanted.
better for you than for Chuck
Right.
on that.
Yeah.
Instance.
Alrighty. So, there we go.
Sorry about the hand.
That's right.
Alright.
Is that all the fighting that's fit
That's
to print?
all the fighting is fit to print.
No bombardment or whatnot. And over here, no fighting over here.
Nope.
Just people being revealed. All right, so we're moving on to the Allied.
Okay.
7
Okay.
Allied. End of the Allied.
It's the end of 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
So
we will begin
Allied 7 a.m.
At 8 for the French.
So over here, no fighting, just some the two lines kind of separating and eyeing each other warily.
Mm-hmm.
There's some guys on the road over here. The French are still trying to untangle their mess over there. They're still asleep, right? The leaders are asleep.
Leaders are still asleep.
The French
Everybody's
commanders are still
slumbering. Yep.
And,
So the officers are left to sort things out.
Again, these guys are staring at each other. So. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't film all of the stuff that takes place at night. There's a lot of bookkeeping that goes on. So this is the end of our fairly short session. I just wanted to point out a couple of things. In this shot, you can see that the 2nd Dutch-Belgian Corps is reorganizing. Also, some roadblocks and some homemade command check markers for individual initiative. I also thought I'd take the opportunity to show you the casualty record tracks and the reinforcements. The French have been harmed by the garde recul rule, but overall you can see their casualties have been pretty light. On the Allied side, it's quite a different story. The 2nd Dutch Corps has been permanently disordered. These are all homemade displays. I like doing that stuff, so the pew markers on those tracks are recording permanently eliminated units that have been removed from play because they've been counted for victory points, but you need to keep track of them for the overall morale status of each corps. So that's what those are. I'd be happy to make all this stuff available to you guys online. Just have to get the opportunity to put it up. I'll try to do that soon. Turning to the turn record track, you can see it's 7 a.m. We have a recovery turn coming up at 9 a.m. That's when you do a weather check and you have to check supply, and your casualties can move to the box where they can be recovered. We inevitably would miss those and have to go back. That's why we made that big-ass recovery arrow there. You can see it's mostly, it's entirely Dutch, Belgian, British, and Prussian reinforcements for the 17th. So Kurt and I very pleased about that, and we're looking forward to bolstering our armies and facing the French either later today, the 17th, or on historical Waterloo Day, the 18th. That's it for now. We'll be back again next week. Thanks for watching.
Vive l'empereur!